y'all. What's popping? What's happening? What it is? And happy HU homecoming on Millennial Masterclass, episode 40, servicing all millennial issues. Yeah, that issue. Yeah, that issue you were talking about. Yeah, we service that shit right here, right here. But yes, happy homecoming, ladies. How we doing?
I am excited. I've been talking about homecoming since before they even announced it. I had my flight booked before they officially announced it.
I wore this just for you.
It's my 10-year, y'all.
I wore this just for you.
Oh, that's so cute. Where you get that from?
The festival connoisseur gifted this to me.
Tell him to give me one. That's cute.
I mean, I think y'all gotta go to the festival.
I mean, if you let us know in advance, y'all just be popping out. Y'all don't tell nobody nothing.
I mean, we got some big plans rolling out for this upcoming year of festivals, man.
Ask him to share it with the group me so the rest of us can join. It could be another little reunion for us.
It could be. Oh shit! If everybody try to go to the festival, I mean, we'll put it together. We will definitely do that.
That'll be dope.
That'd be cute.
That'll be dope.
Wow, you heard it here first on the Millennial Masterclass. We are planning a group festival trip.
I know we always do this when we like talk about birthday plans. We don't like follow through. We're like, could this be our birthday plan?
I mean, the way it depends on what festival now. Every festival is not acceptable for our birthday now.
That's real.
Like we're not like if you like Tristan, we go into this dope ass festival, sure. Like we're not gonna go see Sammy in the middle of the desert somewhere. Like I'm okay. I don't need to.
This is very shady episode today.
Not the Sammy slander. Listen, if they was doing Millennial tour around our birthday, we would definitely be going. But since it's
okay, I respect that. Now that's a respectable tour. We would go to that. But we're talking about a festival, though. You said a festival, so that means that we're gonna be outdoors listening to this music.
True. I mean, his musical bump inside and outside. Why is this Sammy hate? Move on with the show. What's going on?
Right. Fine. Anyway, yeah.
I'm Trish, y'all. I'm in New York, and that was Les down in Texas, who is still a Sammy stan. She's the number one. There's a fan club. She is the president.
So I probably have the most to say about my weekend. I don't know. So I want to go last. I'm gonna let y'all go first.
I mean, I probably have more to say than you do. I'm not gonna lie to you. I got a lot to say.
Well, I'll go first.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's cool.
So I had my munchkins Thursday to Monday. So I just took a BC powder because yes, I have a headache.
Nigga, did you say BC powder? Are you 60?
No, that's the one thing that's most effective for me. That and then migraine medicine. But
a BC powder, for me. I have never heard like anybody but like my grandmother say, "Give me some BC powder," and then be so.
That's what we used to take before we drink. You just
drink, yeah. Everybody our age does that.
Drink and then you don't have a hangover.
I never did that. I've never done it.
Oh wow! But okay, Leslie, go ahead.
So yes, had the munchkins. Love my munchkins so much, but it's always like a test run in how having children would go. So we had a good time though. They eat every 2 seconds. So every time we had
that's a lot of kids. Like nobody has 5 kids, but like 5 people. You know what I mean? Like you could just have 1 or 2, and it might be a little easier. That's all I'm saying. That's it.
It's a lot, but they never want to leave. I'm like, oh, but you gotta go. I love y'all, but y'all gotta go.
Got to go.
We don't want to leave TT house.
I said, oh, but TT got stuff to do. TT gotta live her life. Y'all gotta go. So yeah, it was a busy weekend for sure, but we had a good time. And until next time, I'll see them for Thanksgiving, and then we'll see when I let them come back. My mom always says, like, it's up to TT. TT say, okay, come back, because y'all don't listen. Y'all can't come back. But I always let them come back. So it was a good time.
That's real. I love it.
Cute.
We love to see it. Do you want to flip a coin, Sean?
Oh my God.
No,
I could go. I could try to be brief.
It's not that deep.
I can be brief. I'll be brief. So my sister came to town to New York. And we had a good time. We went to the Amber Ruffin show, which we'll get to talk about later. We went to Brooklyn. We walked the Brooklyn Bridge. We went to Chinatown. We went skating. We went to this place called Time Out Food. We ate a lot of food there. And then we traveled to Atlanta to go to the One Music Festival with the Festival Connoisseur. And we'll get to that later as well. But yeah, that's the abbreviated version of this weekend. Boom.
That sounds like a good time.
Wow.
No, for real. Y'all was doing everything.
Okay. But let me tell you guys about my weekend.
Tell us.
First and foremost, I have my car.
About fucking time.
It came a week early.
I see why you went last. Okay.
So, did you ask me what kind it was? I'll tell you. A 2023 Hyundai Kona.
Come on.
Fit, and I named her Nikona because she's a Kona.
That makes sense. That
Nishana.
makes sense.
Shona.
I am in love with her. I am very, very, very in love. I'm gonna drop the video and the pics in the group so that y'all can see it right now too. I was waiting all day to tell y'all this.
Is this like real love, or is this like I haven't had a car in so long love? I'm just happy I have my car and it's working love.
No,
That's two different loves.
I'm in love and
love. Oh
yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Wow.
Like she would have chose
bad.
this had she still had her car. Come on, real bad. I love that
Real
for you.
bad, real bad.
Real
But no, I
bad.
love my car. So I also, to go get my car, we had to drive to Philly. While we were in Philly, we made some pit stops, and Latifah met my mom for the first time.
Oh shit!
She met my aunt, and yeah, it was like a thing.
Super cute.
So first of all, I never brought anybody home to me or mama.
What? So, never, not one dude.
Like I don't think high school counts. Like,
right, I've only
come over because you can't hang out with me unless my mama meets you. So
that's a good point.
You know, that's different. But in adulthood, no, I never bought anybody.
Wow, big steps.
Not like in a relationship way, like my friends, yeah. But so that was really cool. They got along. We went out to eat. It wasn't weird. Like we had a good time. So
did you think it would be weird?
I don't know. I was just nervous.
I guess this is the first time. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just scared. I don't know. My mom was gonna say something embarrassing or something. I don't know.
She's for sure gonna do that. Just wait long enough.
That's just how mamas go.
Just come out of nowhere with an embarrassing
She's
story.
sexy.
Ain't she sexy? I gotta see the color in light though. She is so beautiful.
Love it.
You really did drop the picture. Oh shit.
Oh, that is cute. I love that color.
Why didn't you put any music to this? I thought I was gonna see a music video.
She ain't posted.
There's music in my first one of me inside the car. I was listening.
Oh shit. I've seen this car, yeah.
Yes. Very, very cute. I love her. But
shout out to Nico.
Like Sean got a mommy car. Is there something coming soon in the next few months? Anyway.
Is that a mommy car? That
no.
I have always had an SUV. I've never not had one. Like, what do you mean?
I just wanted an SUV. I wanted something a little bigger. And I'm an auntie, and I'm about to be. My brother is having another baby. They found out that he's having a girl.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah!
And I had my first niece. So yeah, I'm ready to have some kids. But are we ready to get the show started, Tristan?
I was ready 10 minutes ago, but it's all good. Let's do it.
Whatever.
I guess we have that information that the streets need. It is time. It is primed. The gun is cocked and loaded. Go ahead and fire away. Give them that bulletin board. Les, fire away.
All right. So the first story I have is a sexual suspension update. So the female employee that the Boston Celtics suspended coach Ime Udoka had an affair with is actually the team's service manager. Her name and picture has finally.
She's the team's service manager.
She services.
Oh, she serviced the team.
That makes sense. I'm saying she really did her job then. She really did her job. Good job.
You getting a raise?
Well,
she should.
Her name and picture has finally been confirmed and released. You know, they was keeping everything under wraps, but it's out there now. Her name is Kathleen Nemo Lynch. She's 24 and married and has 3 children with her husband. So she served as a
very basic looking
child. She served as a team liaison.
Gawk 9000.
Sir. She served as a team liaison, arranging travel, lodging, and game tickets for Celtics family members at home and on the road. And like I previously said, she even helped arrange for Nia and her son to move to Boston, which is just grimy. So a source familiar with the investigation told the dailymail.com that the affair was consensual, short-lived, and had ended by the time the investigators got involved. Lynch she actually had like longstanding personal ties with the team's legendary former player, Danny Ainge, I believe is how you pronounce his last name.
She was fucking Danny Ainge too?
No, she has personal ties with him. So like their families knew each other. He helped her get the job with the Celtics before he retired and stuff like that. So that's what they wanted to bring to light with that. But as y'all saw the picture of her. Now her name is out. She was married at the time. We know Ime was in a long engagement with Nia Long. Any thoughts or comments on this situation anymore?
I hope they're happy. I hope they're happy. That's all I know. I hope they're happy. I just hope they're happy.
Do y'all think something, because as far as we know, she hasn't been like punished in any way. As far as we know, they haven't said like she's lost her job or anything like that. I'm sure she's going through with her husband, but do y'all think something, some kind of punishment should come down to her when it comes to working for the organization, or just Ime?
I don't know what their contract says. I would need to read what their terms were. If she broke the terms, then yes. But he directly broke the terms of sleeping with a subordinate. So I mean, that would be a grounds for his firing. But he's a really good coach. So I mean, they're going to take that into consideration. Because like you can't, because like replacing the coach, that's tough to do. That's really tough to do. Like you can say anybody can do it, but then if anybody did it, everybody would. Like, and he
I
got
don't
you to
know.
the finals.
I feel like they're suspending him for this entire season to like start scouting for a new one. Like, do you really think that they'll let him come back as the head coach
because
next
many
season?
scandals have occurred and people get to do stuff again. Like, because the thing is that you don't want it where you let him go and then now he goes to the other team because he's still good there. He didn't break any of their rules.
But
And
that's
then he
why they
goes there and
suspended him.
bust your
And now he
ass
knows way too
every
much.
time he sees you. Because I would bust your ass every time I saw you. Are you gonna let me go? Okay, all right. Let me show you how I serve as this manager. Come get this.
I don't know. They suspended him and docked his pay, so they're like holding him in limbo for a whole season. And I just feel like I don't know.
He could leave if he wanted to leave. He could leave and then do that. But the thing is that he wants to coach the Celtics. Like I think he wants to be there. So if he wants to be there, I would keep him. Because the thing is that people make mistakes. It'd be different if you fucked 4 or 5 staff members. If you had fucked 5, 6 staff members and had like a little rotation going, all right, that's different. But like it was one clearly that y'all had something together. Y'all had some chemistry. So I don't think he's gonna do that again.
Child, we hope not. What's Stephen A? I was listening to him talking. He was saying how he was making about like around 3 million or so. And he was set up to make another like 3 times that, maybe around 9 million, if he at least gotten the Celtics to the playoffs this year. But now, like I said, pay has been docked. We don't know. He's kind of in limbo. So we'll see what happens.
I never feel bad for people that don't make that millions of dollars. Like, okay. You're not going to make me feel bad that he didn't get the opportunity to make
perspective.
You're still eating. You're not eating ramen noodles.
You don't know. You don't know what investments he had going on. You don't know.
But then that's his own personal issue. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to live the way that you're doing things,
But he was until
I be having that same issue with parents all the time. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like, why would you put yourself in this situation? You were at the top. You know what I'm saying? You just had this great team. You came off a successful first season, great reputation. Like, why would you put yourself in this predicament, man? Can men not control themselves? And I'm saying men because we're talking about a man situation right now. I know women have their thing too.
Are you sure? Because the woman was married, so she couldn't control herself.
She ain't have as much to lose.
But like you said, he's the. But no, it's on her too. But like you said, he's the one that's being punished because of the subordinate situation.
Right,
so he knew that would directly.
At the end of the day, though, these are 2 human beings of legal consenting age, and she is married and has 3 children with a man. So you would think that she would say, "No, I love my husband, so I need to take my ass home. Sorry, Ime, I can't service that." That's what she should have
but
said.
I'm talking about him as a Black man who has reached the highs of the high when it comes to his career and where he's at. Like, why would you put yourself in this situation?
I mean, a lot of people cheat though. I think that we just kind of hold just because, like, I mean, didn't Martin cheat on Coretta? Like, I just feel like
many times apparently.
We asked the same thing, like Martin.
And I feel like people act like when you reach a certain level, like if you fuck up, it's the end of the world. But people take cheating niggas back all the time. So let's not. It's not.
Like I don't think Nia's gonna take him. I think she was looking for an excuse to let this.
Yeah, she's not gonna take him back. But I'm just saying he can go back to work and everything will be perfect.
That's what I'm saying. But now the issue is like you may have lost the locker room. That could be the issue because you don't know how the players feel about it. So if the players feel a way about it, then that could be the issue. So that's
respect.
Exactly. So that's really the tricky part of it.
They don't care.
But no, you don't. But you don't know that. You don't know that. You're just assuming stuff. You don't know. See, now it's him. We don't know that.
95% of the
right. And what do y'all always say? We don't know that. We don't know that. Y'all love that. That's your favorite phrase. We don't know that.
Don't know.
And we won't slander these men because we don't know that. All we know is that Ime and Kathleen had them a little freaky situation, and that's their situation. Now it's gone, and now they've absolved that bad blood, and hopefully the Celtics can do just enough to not beat the Bulls. That's it. That's all. I love
Moving right along to Nuck, if you buck news. Did y'all see?
I was just hype. I was like, I thought you were gonna keep going. I was like, all right, fuck it. Nuck, if you buck, nigga.
Did y'all see the video with Draymond punching Poole?
Why are we see y'all love the sports news y'all love is the messiest sports
I'm
news.
giving you nice things.
No,
Kristen.
it's not.
We talking about people wins and like
who won recently?
The women in Las Vegas.
Aces.
That is one team out of so many games that have been played. So
I mean, it's slow right now.
No, we talking about big ones.
Yeah, NFL still in the thick of it.
Okay.
Basketball hasn't started yet for the men. We'll get there. So anyway, the Golden State Warriors forward Draymond Green publicly apologized Saturday and announced that he will step away from the team for a few days after an altercation between him and teammate Jordan Poole. Draymond said, "Number one, I was wrong for my actions. There's a huge embarrassment, that comes with this. Not only for myself, as I was the one who committed the action, but the embarrassment that Jordan has to deal with and that this team has to deal with and this organization has to deal with. But also Jordan's family. His family saw that video. His mother and his father saw that video. If my mother saw that video, I know how my mother would feel." So basically, Green initially, he apologized to Poole and the team on Thursday before practice, but then he immediately left once the video started to circulate. So someone within the organization recorded this and leaked it, which is, I think the bigger issue that they're trying to focus on is who leaked this information, because, apparently stuff like this happens, with professional sports and sports in general, where sometimes teammates, it gets a little heated, y'all might push each other, whatever. I don't know if it always comes to blows or whatever, but people talk trash, stuff happens, right? We'll see if anything comes of it as far as Draymond possibly being traded or whatnot. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't play professional sports, of course. I stopped after my freshman year in high school when it came to basketball, so I never really got into heated exchanges like that. Maybe Tristan, you could speak on it. I don't know, but how would you feel if y'all was talking trash, whatever? Poole pushed you, you're Draymond, you smack him back. What do you think about this situation?
This type of shit happens all the time. Shit happens all the time. Niggas get into fights. It's worse than football and shit like that. But niggas get into fights all the time, especially when there's just all kind of things that come up. Who knows what the argument was about? It could have been as simple as he said, I could whip your ass in wrestling, and then they flew off, and then he swung, and then he was really funny is if you watch the video, I think he swung not really intending to knock him out, but then Poole just didn't move his head. He didn't even try and move. It was he tried to absorb the punch. I was like, nigga, that's not how you fight. If I know one thing about, I've been in enough fights to know that's not how you fight. And then the embarrassing part is that he went to sleep. He knocked that nigga out. He knocked him out.
He went down. Yeah.
But all of this is actually kind of interesting because with the thing is that the Warriors beat people last year and they weren't quite at full strength. They got favorable matchups, but they put a smacking on some teams that were supposed to be better than them. Now, this is the thing. Everybody was the only way you can really beat them, because Draymond even said it, no one's ever beaten us whole. So the only way that you can really beat them is to watch them implode from inside. So honestly, I think someone probably from another team probably paid them to do this, to try to get the Warriors to cause some friction in between them. And that's definitely a way to cause some friction, because there's no way that this comes out 2 weeks before the season starts, and you work for the organization. Somebody from another team paid them to do that. They don't want the Warriors to win anymore. That's all this is.
Wow. That's a good take.
Thing about the football scandal world. Basketball scandal world. See, I don't even like
cover sports. That's why we don't cover sports.
I was about to say hockey, but
hockey just started too. It just
I didn't know when hockey season started, but no. All I gotta say about that is he knocked him the fuck out. That's all I saw.
If you see someone approach you, you gonna stand there long enough for them to swing?
I just didn't understand why he didn't move his head, because he didn't punch him that fast. I'm not even talking about the slow down video. I'm talking about just the regular speed video. I felt like a blind man could see that punch coming. And you just stood there and let your face take it.
Yeah, maybe he thought he wasn't going to really.
Maybe he just never been in a fight. Like, I don't know. I just know
that's what Shannon Sharp was like. I don't know where Poole from. I know he went to University of Michigan, but if you see someone approaching you like that, man, you're not gonna just stand there. That's
yeah.
Maybe he ain't been in a fight. I ain't been in a fight, but I feel like I would know how to
You know what? But Mike Tyson said it best though. Everybody has a plan till you get hit in the face. Like once you be in a fight and you get hit in the face, that lets you know if you're gonna keep fighting or not.
Well, I'll keep y'all posted if anything else happens with that organization. But on to the next story. I titled this one, "I'm on that low vibration." That's for you, Tristan. That was Beyonce. Could you hear the melody?
I'm hearing it now. It's coming out now. There it is. I hear it. Yeah.
I tried. Okay.
That is a great CD. All 16 tracks are amazing.
All right, that's enough.
Every last one.
All right, okay.
That's enough Renaissance. All right, so over the weekend, Tammy Price posted a TikTok of that life coach, Stormy Wellington, reprimanding her for accepting a full plate of food at a cookout. So in the video, a group of women are sitting around in lounge chairs, nodding as Coach Stormy examines her plate and says, "I would never eat a plate that looked like this. You could not pay me $1 million to do that to myself. I deserve better than that. That's low vibration."
I don't understand. So a plate, like what you mean?
A plate of it looked like barbecue food, like it looked like some barbecue chicken, like some corn.
Are they vegan or something?
No, and the fact that it was
had chicken on her plate too, so I didn't get it. I was trying to look at the plate differences. So, and what is this lady a coach?
She's joking, right?
Like a hoe coach, or like what does she do?
A hoe coach.
So, Coach Stormy has been making her rounds the last few years. I've seen her the last few years on social media. Basically, she got her come up doing not telemarketing, MLMs, multi-level marketing, that total life changes where they have like the NutriBurst teas and all that stuff or whatever. To supposed to help you lose weight. But she dubs herself like a life coach, and where she's trying to get these women to make themselves become better, live better lives, be leaders. So it's interesting because a year or two ago, her actual daughter came out and basically called her like a fraud and stuff like that, was like spilling all her mama's tea or whatever. So a lot of people have, always kind of been a little skeptical of Coach Stormy. And I think this just really put her in the spotlight again. So the woman she was talking to tried to interpret what she was saying by saying, "Coach Stormy is teaching me that I shouldn't accept what other people put on your plate. I would rather be the rich student than a broke friend." She was saying she learned so much from her yesterday, from her talking about her low vibrational plate. And she just tried to flip it to say, you can't just accept anything anybody gives you because it may not be what's best for you. So this had the internet in a frenzy. Lesson. I mean, sure.
But that's not what she was saying. These sound like some hood rats trying to sound
profound
and you're giving hood rat hotep.
Why are we judging? Why are we judging these ladies? Why are we judging? They're trying to better their lives.
I saw the video and it was stupid. Stupid as hell. What are you talking about?
Well, I don't know about it.
It was really stupid, honestly. The whole thing.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. I don't even know where the fuck that was dumb. That was the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna pray for them and move on. That's all I can do. That's all I can do.
Because I really was trying to find out the difference. I'm like, is it because she got meat? No, because she got chicken wings. I didn't understand it. And
so wait a minute. Do they only eat legs and not flats? Or what happened?
Yeah, was it too much food? Why would so you telling me for $1 million you wouldn't eat that regular ass barbecue food?
Maybe they only eat flats. Did she have legs? Maybe there was only flats.
But the thing was, it was Coach Stormy's event that she had catered. So for her to call,
so they didn't give it. So
the caterer.
So maybe it was intentional then. Maybe she did put that out there to test them and see if they were gonna grab the food, and then maybe they did it. So you know what? She might really be something right now. Because I mean, yes.
Shut up. You said
no, because I'm thinking about it now. Because the thing is that it went viral, so you got the coverage you're looking for, and in your case, any publicity is good publicity. I don't know, man. She might be crazy like a fox. I'm thinking about it now.
So, mind you, for these types of weekends that she has with these ladies, she charges up to $10,000 for women to come and participate in these
crazy like a fox.
Events.
Yep,
this you
PR.
To tell me
this ain't
that
number PR.
You would never eat the plate that I'm still eating and
this
talk about how
PR.
my food is low vibration while I'm eating it. Okay.
This is all PR. She's getting ready for her reality TV show.
Again, she probably wants to be on TV again. But mind you, if these women took the 10K and invested in something else versus coming to these ridiculous functions, like you would have 10 times as much. But anyway, I digress. All right. My last story that I want to cover, I titled this one Because I Got High, Because I Got High, Because I Got High. La, 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 da, da, da. Was that like top 10?
All right.
Top 10?
All right. That was, you know what? That was decent. That was decent right there. I'm gonna let that be top 4.
Okay.
I can see that.
Top 4 saying a lot.
Okay. Okay. So last Thursday, President Biden pardoned all.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Now you know why she titled it.
I know. I should have known. I'm
so glad that y'all don't even like read when I like share this with you because it makes it more fun. Y'all just like listen to what it is.
What did Uncle Joe tell the people in that speech?
He pardoned all prior federal offenses of simple marijuana possession. So taking his first major steps toward decriminalizing marijuana.
Should we smoke some weed on camera or something? Or?
I mean, I don't smoke.
What else did he tell everybody?
All right. So if y'all remember during his presidential campaign, he did pledge to erase prior federal possession convictions and start the process of potentially loosening federal classification of the drug. So he's moving in the right direction, keeping some of these campaign promises, which is good. So the announcement comes a month ahead of the critical November elections, as we know. He also encouraged governors to take similar steps to pardon state simple marijuana possession charges, a move that will potentially affect thousands of Americans. So he also will task the Department of Health and Human Services and Attorney General Merrick Garland to expeditiously review how marijuana is scheduled under federal law. So currently it is still in the same category as heroin and LSD, which is ridiculous because it doesn't have the same effects. So let's see. The moves Biden announced on Thursday stop short of full decriminalization, which has enjoyed growing support among both political parties, but they are the first significant steps taken by U.S. President toward removing the criminal penalties for marijuana possession. So, how are we feeling about this?
That's what's up, man.
I mean, yes, that's good, but like, it's about damn time. You should have did this shit like 50 years ago. Like, this is so silly. Like, you should have did this shit before they released the movie Reefer Madness. Like, it's just
before
ridiculous.
People started making money off it. White folks started making money off it.
You know, like this shit is like
any major city and just go buy weed from a store. Like, come on now.
Like, this is just no. This I'm happy that people hopefully will get out and will affect people, and maybe hopefully other governors will follow. But prisons are privatized and they get kickbacks off that, so we'll see what happens. But
that's real.
This is some shit that should have happened so long ago. But shout out to Joe for doing it, at least taking these steps. So shout out to Uncle Joe. You know, he can't remember his name, but he can remember the weeds. So I respect, you know.
We'll take
it. I second that, what Tristan said.
All right.
Is that everything?
That's everything.
Oh my.
So I will keep my ears to the street and report back in 2 weeks.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Yeah.
We taking next week off for homecoming, y'all. Just FYI. Don't be looking for us. You gonna see me on the yard?
We'll tell them about that later. Anyway.
Okay.
What it is, and isn't it such a vainglorious time? Because damn, you know what time it is. It's a national holiday for some. It is HU homecoming, the real HU, the Mecca, Howard University. It is homecoming time. And at this time, we start feeling nostalgic. And when you feel nostalgic, you start to look back. And when you start to look back, you start to think about all the great and dope things you've been a part of at homecoming. That first time you kissed somebody at homecoming. That first time that girl with that big booty came up to you and was talking to you. You was like, oh, shit, girl. Yeah.
Those aren't our memories.
But you sure? You don't remember those?
Positive.
You don't remember none of that? You don't remember none of that? Wow.
Didn't happen.
Okay. That's strange. Anyway, but this is a show dedicated to all the wonderful ways of homecoming. So I mean, let's just get into it, y'all. Let's just get right into it. Like, tell me about homecoming. When I say Howard University homecoming, what's that make you think of? Go.
Celebrity, fun.
You get one more word.
Jam-packed.
Okay.
As far as like
Sean,
people,
go.
event.
Homecoming.
A drunk. Standing on tables.
Yeah, damn. All right.
Sounds about right.
Spending a lot of money.
Oh yeah, word.
Bingo.
Word.
What about you?
Word.
Truth and go.
Fuck, I wasn't prepared. Oh, okay. Tailgate. Ooh la la. Dougie.
Okay.
Tailgate.
My
Ooh la
couple
la.
songs that I always
and
think
Dougie.
about is what's this?
Swag Surf.
Swag Surf.
And I got
What's
that
it?
swag. And you know what? I feel like that's the only place where it will actually be performed correctly by everybody
sure.
around.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
everybody gets the tempo right. Because you got to go slow to start, like almost to a crawl, right? And then as soon as I'm gonna hit polo on my body, got a bad bit beside me. Man, because people fuck it up. They go too fast at first, and then they be off when the shit pops. I'm like, nah.
Or when you in a big ass line, and then the people that end went right first instead of left first, and then y'all went
exactly.
The whole line
come
is
on
like,
now. It's forward and back. Everybody turn the same way. Unity.
The same way. What are y'all doing?
Unity.
So what was y'all favorite homecoming event?
The R&B show. They don't have it no more, which is crazy. That sounds like a vestige of the past when you say that shit. I'm so
fucking blown because that's exactly what's going to be mine.
Because it can still be yours. That's the answer. That's the fucking answer.
Yeah, that could be yours. I feel like mine, while in undergrad, it was either the Step Show or Yard Fest because of the different performances.
Well, I feel like you used to. Oh no, that's Res Fest. That's Res Fest. You would step in. But I'm just saying. I feel like because you was a whole stepper, you biased.
Let me tell you, what was that freshman year? I think it was when the Kappas performed. They brought out Pretty Willie, and I was so freaking hyped because I love me some Pretty Willie back then day. And I was like, "Hey, lay your body down," because they take my name.
St. Louis finest, right there. Yeah.
Yes, they say and Leslie too. So I was mad hyped when I found come out with the Kappas. I was so excited. I would. Does
PD Pablo say your name in Freaky League?
Not Shonda, Deronda, Freak League, Monique, Christina, Yolanda,
Leslie.
I feel like Pretty Willie's the only one that says Leslie in a song that I
Are you sure Cisco and DMX don't say it? There was Kathy,
I don't remember.
Leslie, Alicia, About 3 Kims, Leslie, Denisa. I fucking in there.
Not you said Leslie about 3 times.
Right.
It's in there.
Oh my god.
I feel like Shauna is in that song though. I'm pretty sure Shauna is.
I wouldn't be surprised. It probably is. I don't even know though. But my favorite Howard R&B event was when Erykah Badu.
I knew you was gonna say Badu. I knew you was gonna say fucking Badu.
I went up to the front of the stage and held her hand and then touched her.
That's right. You did touch her.
Yes, I did. So we was at the top at first, and I was like, let's just see what happens if we go to the bottom. We went to the bottom. We went to the floor level and just sat in the middle of the, the walkway where people were going to the line. We just
sat down.
Yeah, we just sat in the front row. Me and Janika just went. We sat.
And were other people sitting in the aisle too? Or y'all the only one? Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Other people eventually just started coming down.
They started a trend.
That point,
just like security can't get everybody. If it was just y'all two, then they can. But if everybody do it, they'd be like, man, whatever. Y'all have a good time. So
that was the best. Ooh, that's lit. That was my favorite R&B event.
I'm trying to think who was the best R&B show. Because Erykah, I didn't see her that year, which is one of the few ones I didn't go to. Oh, honestly, the best one was Raheem Devon, because somebody proposed on stage. Like, it was crazy, and then they did Mo Better, and it was really amazing. I was like, wow, niggas really fell in love tonight. This is awesome.
Yeah, I would say in undergrad it was definitely those shows that we had during the week, or anything that had to do with the celebrities, like the Yard Fest. But as an alumni, for me, it's been Yard Fest and Tailgate, but specifically just because you get to see everybody who you don't get to see anymore. You run into folks you haven't seen in forever, and it's just always just feels so good to just hug each other and congregate and laugh and have a good time. You're not even worried about what's really going on. You just having a good time with folks.
Nah, that's real.
So
you remember they used to have them basketball games? I'm sorry, this is my last.
What basketball game? We talking in Burr?
Yes, I still have pictures from freshman year. They had
celebrity basketball game in Burr.
They had day 26.
And they had
I
remember them throwing food at somebody that performed. I said, "Yo, Howard is so fucked up."
No. Okay, this goes into the very next question though. Your favorite homecoming memory though. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Because my favorite is actually kind of fucked up. It should be the craziest, but it's my favorite. It's my favorite. Because I don't know why it's my favorite, but it is. It really is. So do y'all remember when that guy came and performed, like who was like Missy Elliott's like protege or whatever? Like his name was like, I forget his name, but that's the point. It was shitty. So like he was performing, right? He was doing his thing, and then like the crowd at some point started to turn, right? So then the hands came out first, right? And it was only a couple of them. It was only a couple of them at first. No, then it was a sea of hands. I even joined in. That's how you know you had to be bad, because I was over here, nigga, get off the stage. And then he played a message from Missy Elliott, right? She said, "This is my boy, zada 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 zada," right? And niggas still wasn't feeling him because that quieted the crowd, but niggas still wasn't feeling him. Then they got into an all-out boo and started booing this nigga. And then he was like, "Y'all ain't fucking with me," and everybody, and together, I've never heard anybody be more in unison. No, everybody said no, and then he finished his last song and got off stage.
Oh no!
One of my favorite homecoming but I'm sure that's his least favorite.
Right.
It was too hilarious because I had just never seen anybody like it come to such mutual hate together. Like I was like, Jesus, everybody really was not fucking with you today. Like, wow. But shout out to him though. Shout out to him. Whatever his name was back then. But yes. What is everybody else's favorite moment?
Definitely seeing Drake Yard Fest.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I remember
that's definitely up there, top two.
You know, I just remember being drunk and it was raining, and then somebody was like talking about, is Drake on the stage? I'm like, Drake ain't fucking come to Howard. And then everybody just starts running, and it just got crazy. I lost all my friends. That was a crazy time, but it was so fucking fun. Like it was so fun.
Oh, wait. I just remembered my favorite R&B show was Eric Benet. I just remembered that right now. I just remembered that right now. It just hit me. He was even better when they brought all them, because that was the Armory, and I know it was our R&B show, but it was a different spot. But Eric Benet.
I don't know if I have a specific moment. Drake was top two for me. I would just say like my favorite overall homecoming was 2019, because that was I've been to all the homecomings since I've been at Howard except for 2018. Because that's right when I was moving from the DMV back to Texas. And then, of course, 19 and 20 because of COVID, right? 19, 20, 21 because of COVID. I mean, 2021 because of COVID, sorry.
Right. But all the ones you could go to, you pretty much been.
Right. So coming back 19 after missing one, and I didn't really like have plans. Like I was like, okay, I'm just going to go to Yard Fest, see what happens. I'm just going to go to like tailgate, see what happens. I feel like that was my favorite one yet, just because like we just all went with the flow. None of us really had like bought tickets to anything or any of the parties or anything like that. We kind of just let it flow. And we ended up going to what's the bowling alley in Chinatown?
Lucky Strike.
Yes, they had an event at Lucky Strike for us. I think it was like the silent disco thing or whatever. So we
I was trying to get people to go to that. See, I'm glad y'all went.
It was so chill. Like you literally just wore the same thing you had on at, tailgate. You didn't have to worry about going home to like get all cute and putting on heat. Like we just went so chill and just had a good time. And then one of my bros from Drew, he ended up having a baby shower on Sunday. So we went to brunch and then like went to his baby shower, and it's like another reunion. So it was just like real cool and real chill. And that's the type of like homecomings I've grown to love, where you don't plan too much. I know Sean probably like, this girl alive because I just sent her my itinerary earlier and I'm doing like everything.
Leslie don't got no moment free, but she talking about, I love to go with the flow. This is the same people be about that hibernation.
I was thinking
I don't
that.
Think that you know what words mean. Like
I was literally thinking that, but I was like, you know what? There's something genuine about what she's saying, so I'll believe it.
I was gonna let her go. I really was. I was just thinking, because
I genuinely feel like she really believes this, but like I know that. Like I really feel like she's like, oh my God, I remember how wonderful this was. But like, look, I know you booked up. I know for a fact you booked up this whole.
Yeah, I sent it to Sean earlier.
I don't even trying to get squeezed in the itinerary. Because all of a sudden, now that Leslie got a little friend in Northeast and whatnot, now she don't need to stay at my house. Cool.
I need to be closer to the action. That's what it's about.
About that action.
But then, like, with all that being said, though, then like, when you're talking about like some action, like, what's the craziest shit that's ever happened to you at homecoming? Because like I can think of 3 stories, but like they were homecoming related stories just because they happened to happen at homecoming, but they were homecoming adjacent stories, if you will. But I don't need to go first because I don't know. I don't need to go first. Who else wants to go?
I'm about to embarrass myself, y'all.
I'm about to sit here like I don't know.
I got one. I got one.
I'll go.
Okay. So, okay, you go.
Homecoming. 2012, because this was literally my first homecoming as an alumni. I was super hyped, super excited. This is my first time going to 1,000 Bottles. So we ended up going to one of my bros' house who lived like up the street on Georgia, like further up on Georgia, whatever. Went to the house to pregame. They were like, 1,000 Bottles from like 10 to like 4 in the morning. So we'll probably like get there around like 11:30.
Those are Caribbean
midnight.
hours. That's crazy.
So they're like, we'll get there like 11:30, right before midnight, walk right in, have a good time, boom, boom, boom. So we're pre-gaming, having a good time. And then we finally start making our way there, right? So we're thinking if we get there around 11:30, 12 o'clock, like there won't be any line. We'll be able to just walk right in, go to the open bar because we have those open bar tickets or whatever. We get there, line long as I don't know what. They have been holding the line or whatever. So at this point, we ended up waiting in line to like almost 1 a.m. So by the time we got in there, I'm like, I just want to go straight to the bar. I'm trying to like make sure I get my money's worth. Mind you, y'all know I didn't start drinking until I was 21, which was going to my senior year. So like all senior year, I'm still like learning what my tolerance is. Of course, I'm mixing and not doing the right things, right, when it comes to drinking. So it's like I've had some episodes, right? So I don't remember what we have been pre-gaming on, but I know when I got there, my bro was like, yo, just order like some Strong Islands. You'll be straight.
Strong Islands. Not long. He said strong.
Not strong. So I ordered 2. And she gave us in like cups that were maybe like this big. It was like those small like plastic cups or whatever. So I heard up and down those. Mind you, that's another thing. Along with me figuring out my tolerance, I naturally eat, drink, and talk fast. So it's like I downed it, right? I didn't sip it, downed it. And they were small. So I'm like, okay.
Leslie, get to the story.
I'm getting there.
She's here. She's setting the scene. She's setting the scene.
So I'm taking Tristan's route. I'm painting the picture. So
paint the picture.
I go back and order 2 more. This time they gave us the big plastic cups that was like 3 times the size of the other one.
So you've had 4 drinks in the course of 20 minutes is what you're telling me. Yeah,
pretty much.
Okay.
So after we ordered that, my sister come up to me. She's like, oh, Lance Gross is on stage. You got to go down there and see him. They let security don't care. They let people on the stage. I'm like, okay, cool. So me and my other sis walk up there and I end up running to like my Delta Sig folks. I'm like kicking it with them for a hot second. And then we just walk up on stage or whatever. And so we meet Lance. And first thing that come out of her mouth is, I think you're great, but I think you should have stayed with Eva. Cause him and Eva dated for a minute, but at that time they was broken up or whatever. So that's the first thing she said. I'm like, I'm so sorry. So we take pictures, mind you, her picture came out flawless that I took, but my picture's blurry. So you can't even really get a good look. I'm like, but anyway, that's the last thing I remember. So
that's the last thing.
I was not expecting that part to come.
I was not like that early, like that early too.
Nothing even happened.
So I woke up the next day in the basement of my friend's house where we pre-gamed, like sitting on the toilet, like just slumped over on the toilet in the basement or what. Mind you, nothing was in there, like it was completely empty or whatever. But I still wipe just because I'm classy like that, wash my hands, and then I make my way up 2 flights of stairs, right?
Okay.
So I go up the stairs and they're in their room or whatever. They're in one of my bro's rooms, like 3 or 4 people in there just chilling. So I go and lay down on the bed and my bro was like, immediately, Leslie, get up. I was like, what? He's like, get up. I was like, why? He's like, cause you got throw up on your dress. So I looked down, I had like throw up on the front of my dress, right? I'm like, yo, what happened? So they proceeded to tell me the story. Basically, like after I like blacked out or whatever, they said that like, they found me like at the end of the night, I was like slumped over at a table with like a couple of other friends or whatever. And it was like after 4, they're cleaning up, closing up, that type of stuff. And my friend said she lifted up my arm and it immediately like fell down. She was like, you were like dead weight, Leslie. And the people like at security, whatever, was like, oh, we're going to call like an ambulance because she's not responsive. And then my homeboy was like, no, we're not calling ambulance. We're not paying for that. No, we'll get her home.
We're not paying for that.
That's real.
Mind you, I drove my car. Like I had people ride me. I had like 3 or 4 people ride in my car with me or whatever there. So one of them had to go and get my car. And then while he was doing that, the other 2 who were with me, they were outside enjoying the let out. While I was at the table. I'm like,
well, you ain't.
I mean, you didn't know anything about it. You couldn't stop him. You didn't say shit. So I mean,
So So fast forward to like them getting in the car, and one of them was driving all three of us home. He decided to stop by the McDonald's right there. He said he fell asleep in the drive-thru.
Y'all were terrible.
Y'all was
terrible. Terrible.
Y'all
This
was
10 years
up
ago.
to 11
terrible.
and 12. Oh my God.
We've learned, we've grown, we've done much better in life. So anyway, they got me home and they said that they like laid me like upstairs or whatever. So they don't know how I made it from all the way upstairs to like downstairs. But apparently I transitioned at some point to the basement or whatever. They don't know how I got there. But yes, that next day I had to go to my Delta Sigma alumni reception. I was hurt. I didn't drink for the rest of that day. We had a party bus that night. I couldn't even drink on the party bus because I was feeling so awful or whatever. And I was just like, yo, this is not how it should feel. But that's probably like my craziest homecoming memory that I've told people this story, but like I've never like said it on like a platform like this. So y'all don't judge me too harshly. I was young and dumb. And again, I had only been drinking for a year. So I didn't know my limits or what not to mix. So, you know, I've learned since then. But yeah.
That's hilarious.
That was a hell of a tale.
I got to the point.
That was a hell of a tale. Oh my gosh.
Tristan, what you got?
Damn. I don't know if it's that. It's not that crazy, but let me think. I'm trying to decide if it was crazier when I had to take the person home or when I had to be taken home. But
when you had to be taken home.
I feel like that's not nearly as crazy as the other one, but this is fine. So I didn't rather to be taken home, but it hit me when I was home. Basically, I had been drinking all day. Like, but I hadn't really eaten. And I just it didn't hit me that I hadn't eaten. Like I took a little drink at the tailgate. I took a drink from somewhere else. Took a drink over here. Took a drink over there. Right. And like, I guess it was just accumulated like over all day. Like it was still brown. Like it was whiskey-ish all day, but it was just accumulating. So then we finally got back to my place. Right. So now Terrence is there. Right. So he and I are there, and Justin and like a lot of his friends are upstairs because they're staying over too. So we were about to join all of them, and we were about to head all out together. And so then like we're getting ready to go. I've texted people, like I was texting like, yo, we're gonna be there in 20 minutes, we on the way, we're gonna come scoop you, like all kind of good stuff, right? So like I'm ready to be out and about. Let me tell you, I don't know what happened. Like you remember in Girls Trip when she was like the tsunami hit us? Like that was what happened. The fucking shit just hit me, and I was and like I was like, Terrence, I can't go anywhere. He said, what? He said, you would just I can't go nowhere. I can't go anywhere. I gotta lay down. I need lay down time. Because like nigga, we gotta go. We got tickets. Fuck them tickets. I don't need them. Like gotta sit down, gotta lay down. So then I'm like, I got to the point where I could not text anybody back. I was like, bro, text everybody back for me and tell them I'm not coming. Just text them back right now and tell them I'm not coming. So then he sees me in my state, right? Because I think I'm gonna have to throw up now. So like, you know, now you're kind of like in the position, you're getting ready for it. And then he's like, okay, let me go upstairs and tell Justin. And like with all my last strength, I like rush over to him in a leap and I stop him before he gets upstairs. And I look at him, I said, don't tell Justin. Don't tell him. Don't tell Justin. And then he looks at me in the eye. He looks at me right in the eye. He looked at me, he said, and he hits me on the shoulder. He said, good to know you're still in there. All right, I'm gonna go. And then he's on the phone. This nigga right here, he is laid out. And I just went to sleep. Woke up the next morning, right as a cucumber. But cool as a cucumber is what it is. Yeah. But yeah, that was it was not because it just hit me all at once. Like I don't even know where it came from. It was like I turned the corner and someone slapped the shit out of me. Like it was just wild, just all at once. But yes, that was probably the craziest time because like I was ready to be out. Like I had been out all day. I was like about the town. I was like, oh, what's popping? I had my shit ready to wear. I was fly. Didn't make it. Didn't get out at all. Didn't happen. No.
Dang, it'd be like that.
So my story is not really crazy. It's just kind of funny. Because all my stories that are crazy probably just ended up the same as y'all. I just don't know what happened. Woke up and everybody told me that something crazy happened. So, I remember before I was 21, this one everybody was going to Love. Y'all remember Love?
Oh, I love Love. You mean Dream and then became Love, and then now it's
Love was
Ivy City Smokehouse.
Yes. Good fucking times. So the homecoming that I'm like 19, I guess, whenever Love was still a thing. I'm out there at homecoming and I have been drunk all day before we go out that night. Drunk all day, didn't take no nap. Get inside Love. And you know, when you're under 21, they give you the little wristbands or
of course,
your hand. They do some shit. They did that to my hand, but I still had most of the people I knew was older than me. So of course I had people giving me drinks, even inside love, what I didn't need.
Right.
They was gonna lose their whole liquor license again. See.
So then I'm in there, got my cup in my hand. Mind you, all the liquor is gone. All I have is ice now, but I'm hot. So I'm just fucking eating ice. Security comes up to me. You gotta go. You gotta go. You got liquor and you under 21. I said, no, it ain't no liquor in this cup. It's only ice.
Yikes.
Stop it.
Why did this man put me out of love? So first of all, I couldn't find. No, I couldn't. No, he told me to go. That was embarrassing. That would have been embarrassing. So I couldn't find any of my friends to tell them that I'm getting put out.
So, no.
Can't keep tracking nobody at a party.
You gotta go. So I'm just taking a little walk of shame out. Takes me out the side of love to like the alleyway area. Nigga, I could have got killed. Like that was crazy. So he lets me out in the alley. I look over. What do I see? The line to get back in.
You got right back in line. Smart.
Give him time to forget your face. Give him time.
Lick my hand, rub that shit off, go back in line. I don't even know the people that I went in line. Just dance, walk over there. Hey y'all.
Did you have to pay again to get back in?
Nah. I don't know how the fuck I got in. I just got back in love. As soon as I came back, I was texting everybody like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get back in, but I'm gonna try. As soon as I get back in and I see all my friends, everybody at one time. Hey, I'm like, y'all gonna make me fucking
why y'all make the block high? Y'all made it so
like I'm not supposed to be here.
No, I love the welcome though. I love that.
That's fantastic.
That's the type of energy I need when I walk in the door. Hey.
So then, well, that's the big question then. What are we looking forward to for this homecoming?
For me, like I said, I look forward to like the Yard Fest, the tailgate, and like my Delta Sigma alumni reception. And then we're also having like a huge quadru-step team, like alumni brunch. So those 4 specific things, just because I get to like see different groups of people that are like close and near and dear to me, and I get the fellowship. That's always a good time for me. So yeah, I'm just going to see people I haven't seen in forever.
I am looking forward to seeing Leslie. I hope I'm honored enough to see Leslie. Don't know if I'll make the itinerary, but I'm really hoping that fingers crossed. I'm looking forward to having a homecoming where I remember all the nights.
Yes.
My old ass gets enough sleep.
Well,
and I'm not too booked with activities. Unlike Leslie, I don't like to be. This is my year of going with the flow. So I don't want to be booked and busy and got to be this place and that place. Whatever happens. I'm gonna be outside though.
But I specifically like book stuff to where it's like I can just roll with it. Like once I get dressed for the day, like I'm just rolling to the next thing. I'm not gonna have to like go back and forth and do too much because that I did not want to do. So I'm gonna roll with it, stay for a little bit, probably be home by like 11 and get some sleep. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be like out all night and do that type of stuff. I'm be tired.
Not home by 11. You tried it, but I know what you mean.
I feel that. No, like I feel
too far.
Like in theory, it feels really good that you said that. I was like, ooh, 11. I could probably catch up on something. I could put something on. No, that makes sense. That's not gonna happen.
Out at 11.
That's what I'm saying. I don't. So you know, at our big age,
the night used to start at 11. That's
either or at our big age. If we out all day, then we're gonna be home at a decent time, or we nap during the day and prepare, and then we go out at night for a few hours. You know what I'm saying? It's like either or at this age.
But I am checking for the tailgate. The tailgate is the move, and then possibly the game. Like I have an urge to go see the game, like to actually go to the game. I haven't had it in a long time.
I've only been to one.
I've only been to one
game. Like homecoming.
I've been to a couple, and they've lost each one.
I've been to the Howard.
I think they're good now. I think they have a good little thing going on.
They beat Morehouse like 31-0. They whooped Morehouse.
Oh yay!
Yeah, but Morehouse doesn't have a great team. Like that's not a benchmark to set. Like when they beat somebody like a real team.
When you beat the people that aren't that good.
Like if they beat Maryland or something, I would be impressed. But yeah, essentially, I would love to go see the game this year. Because I honestly, I think what bothers me about homecoming these days is that there are no more shows. Like how you never have no shows? Like what kind of craziness is this?
Like R&B show and all that. Like,
right, because I feel like that's where you really get to bond with folks. You know, you're out there in the yard It's cool. Everybody's really anticipating the show. You get to kick it with everybody. And then it really makes you hype for the night plans, you know?
Yeah.
Because like once you see that show, then you're like, well, nigga, now we got to go out and be out till 2 a.m. But
have y'all ever been to the parade?
Yeah, I used to go in undergrad.
The parade? Oh yeah, I was in the parade a couple times. Yeah, it was cool.
Oh, I've never been to the parade. I never woke up.
Yeah, the radio station used to do it.
We
We used to do it. Yeah, it happens at like 8 a.m. or 7 a.m. or something like that. It's early.
That was back when they had like the ambassador and stuff. So I seen like when Lance Gross and what was it, Oliver, the one who used to run track same time?
Why was I about to say Oliver Twist? Oh my God.
Stone.
It's something Oliver.
David Oliver.
David Oliver.
Yep. Yeah. Who else? They've had quite a few that I've went to.
Yeah. The parades are cool. It's just that you gotta get up. And like most of us are just like, well, it's sleep time. So why would I get up for that?
Yeah. So I think the only thing that they still do is like the fashion show, but they don't do like the R&B show. They don't do the.
And they don't do two. Do they do two fashion shows still? Like, you know, early and late? Because that late fashion show was the move.
I just see a student fashion show at 8 p.m. I don't see two.
What happened? Do we need to like go and like make a bunch of money and give them and put homecoming on?
Howard has money. They just don't know how to appropriately spend it. But Howard has money.
Because I just feel like you could have like it ain't even got to be nobody serious. Like you could just have the baby come by. Like that. No,
we're not doing the baby.
Whatever, just somebody hype that's gonna go out here and rap.
Well, they haven't announced if anybody's actually coming to Yard Fest. I feel like the last in 19 they had. I think the baby might have been there. It was like him. Like
that was the baby. Well, I for sure didn't see that.
But I'm like, I feel like people don't go to Yard Fest anymore expecting like hot performances. They just go to like be on the yard, see what food or whatever is out there, and just
like I could do that any day of the week. I just feel like I would like to see a performance on Yard Fest. But that's all I know.
I wish we could get it back to what it used to be. That would be nice.
Yeah, but you know things change, and that's okay. Change is all right.
This is not okay, but we'll have to roll.
You're right, but I'm trying to leave on a positive note. I'm trying to end on a positive note, Mel.
The positive note is that I will see y'all next week at some point.
Yay! Yes, even indeed.
If it's for 5 minutes, I got a good 5 minutes for you. I play it. It'll be more than 5 minutes. I kid. I love you.
You see how people act when they don't need nowhere to stay? That's wild. That's really wild that you're doing this on this platform right now. That's not it. Wild.
Why are we having these are family concerns that need to not be on air. They need to not be on air.
We are a family like a giant.
But look, maybe we should go stun at the game or something, you know, or maybe we should all pull up on skates. I'm gonna pull up on skates.
Child, I ain't packing my skates. I'm trying to pack light.
I live 4 hours away, so I'm packing skates and a jacket. That's it. I'm coming down and turning around. I'm coming down and turning around. I'm gonna be on the late train back to New York. I'm coming down and turning around.
Late night train to New York. All right. There's a song in everything.
That must be the time. Yes.
It's that time.
Either way, y'all, if you have a homecoming moment, please share it with us. If you have a homecoming moment from another HBCU, we definitely like to hear those because North Carolina, they do a good job. And, I hear Jackson State does a decent one as well out there.
TV has a good one.
Yeah.
I've been to TSU's. That was cool.
It still ain't Howard at the end of the day. That's right. You know. Exactly. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. And we are back. And you know what time it is? It's time to go outside. It's time to stretch those appendages. That's a smart word. It's a school word. It's time for research.
First of all, let me Google the word you just said because I don't even know what I'm supposed to be stretching.
I was going to use extremities, but I was like, appendages feels right.
Tristan, why you always gotta be fancy? But I'm not even gonna get into that. Did y'all watch the Redeem Team on Netflix?
Fuck yes. Yes, okay. I did.
So I'm assuming that means you loved it.
I am so well. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. It was a little boring because there wasn't much to the story, but it was still. I still enjoyed what I saw, reliving it because I watched all those games. I was like, oh man, this is a good time. But like they really wanted it to be like The Last Dance. It was like a 10th of what The Last Dance was giving. Yeah. But I did enjoy it because Kobe, rest in peace. Show baby Gigi. That was beautiful. A lot of great moments, a lot of nostalgia, but no, it wasn't great. But a good time. I did enjoy it. Entertaining. Very entertaining.
I agree with Tristan. Like it was
all of those conflicting feelings.
Yeah, it was good for what
it's
it
the
was.
City of Portland. It's exactly what it is.
Yep.
Yes.
Sure, there were
no,
some
because it's
what? The city of what?
City of Portland, because like it's a strange, dirty, magical place. But
no
like
offense, Portland.
you couldn't live. They know what they are. It's not a excuse. They know what they are. It's not a secret. They live there. They walk around in it every
I never
day.
been, so I can't speak on Portland.
Me either.
There's no reason to go.
It's this. No, you should go. You should for sure go. That's what I'm saying. Like you should for sure watch the Redeem Team, but
Okay,
don't go there with high expectations. That's what I'm saying.
Gotcha. Yes. Perfect way to say it. I could see where it was trying to be like a baby Last Dance. Not quite that, but yeah, it was cool for what it was. That was back when I was still watching basketball a little bit, so I remember seeing 1 or 2 of those games. But like Tristan said, it was really nice to see because of what everyone had to say about like Kobe, his work ethic, and how he liked to help motivate them, and just how all the pieces came together for them to make their strong comeback. So it was cool. It was like what, hour and a half. So it doesn't take up too much of your time. So it was
I think it was like inspiring.
Yeah, to a certain extent.
Yeah, to
some degree. For like an underdog type of thing, like you go so long being in a deficit, then you come back and win the grand prize or the gold medal or whatever. Yeah, it's like a comeback story.
I just felt like that was low key a military recruiting film, like on the low. Like they were out here, like we felt so patriotic. We felt so patriotic. Like they almost said it like it was sexual. I was like, this is a bit much for me here.
Those sentiments always feel weird when you hear like Black folks like, "Oh, my country, the United States."
I mean, I have people in the military, so I've heard it said, and I believe it. It's just that the way they said it just felt a little cheesy. I don't know. I felt like they paid LeBron. They're like, here, Uncle Sam, here's all this money. Take this. Could you make us a film? No, but it was honestly, there was one part though I did enjoy when they were talking about the 72 Olympics and how we kind of got cheated out of that medal, how people don't really know that story. So, got a little history lesson in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, cute. Netflix has been on a roll a little bit with these movies. I really can't wait for that one with Kelly Rowland and Marlon Wayans.
They're letting her act again?
I haven't seen that one. What is that? Don't do that, Tristan. Kelly is great in like the Christmas movies.
Oh my God. Everybody is great in Christmas movies. Lifetime makes them. We could do one right now.
Kelly,
do you have $75? Do you have $75? We could make a Christmas movie right now.
Okay, it's called The Curse of Bridge Hollow.
I haven't seen that. When does that come out?
What is the story?
Comes out on October 14th.
What is the story?
A man and his daughter must team up to save their town after an ancient and mischievous spirit causes Halloween decorations to come to life.
What? Not Halloween decorations.
I was trying to be a little scary.
It ain't work, boo.
I can't.
It looks cute though. I think it's gonna be a little cute movie. It got Kelly Rowland, Marlon Wayans. It looks like it's gonna be good.
Oh, I see it now. The curse.
Okay, let me ask this question: would you pay for it? Like, if you had to like go in the real world and pay money for it, would you do it if it wasn't just on? See, and there it is. And
I pay for Netflix, so yeah.
Okay.
There's that. But anyway. Next up on the docket, Tristan. I know you want to talk about the One Music Festival. You've been out here in these festival streets.
I have been in these festival streets. Like I felt like every time I left, I had to cough. But I'm good now. I'm good. I feel healthy. No, I definitely needed to recuperate. No, but the Atlanta One Music the One Music Festival of Atlanta, I think that's the proper term for it. It was good. They had quite a few acts there. The first day getting there, I had some travel complications, so I missed a large portion of the show. But I did get there in time to see the headliners. Saw Raydrick and Rick Ross, Gucci Man. For those who don't know, that's Raydrick Davis right there. And then there was somebody else that performed, but they weren't that memorable clearly because I can't hold on to their. Oh no, Lauryn Hill performed. I did see a little piece of Lauryn Hill. And
I feel like she performed every One Music Fest because I saw her years ago at One Music Fest.
Oh shit, I didn't know that. Well, see, there you go. There's some history right there.
Look at her showing out.
Oh,
Gucci Man was boring. He was boring. No, she was on time today, but
she was late for our show. But yeah,
well, she was the last spot. She was real late at like the off stage. So like I wasn't going. Oh no, was she on the One Music stage? Yeah, she was at the main stage. She was
late on the main stage.
She was on the main stage. But she was not late. She just performed late, and that was her slotted time anyway. So.
That's when she brought her son and the grandkids and stuff out. I saw that on Instagram.
I think so. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
I was busy watching Rick Ross, so I had to sneak over and catch the end of it because Rick.
Who was your favorite performer?
Actually, I think it was on Sunday, and I don't know Oh no, Chloe for sure. Chloe
Yeah,
Bailey
Chloe
was the
Bailey,
number one
yes.
performer. She came out and did a surprise. What's really funny is that she did what's that? Lord have mercy, right? But you know how like it's like booty so big, Lord have right. She was singing that, but like real sweetly. She said, "My booty's so big." I was like, and she was just real intense with it. My booty so big. I was like, I mean, it's all right, girl. It ain't like
you
you ain't
better make it melodic.
out here with
Right.
a dumpster. Like, y'all don't know what you're doing back there. But I will say this though, Chloe, she came out and shut it down. She had a few dances, but she didn't do too much because she was like midday performance, like 5 o'clock or something. But
Okay.
it was decent. They need some help with that festival logistics wise because there were not enough bathrooms. And how can everywhere have a line for food? How can every restaurant have the longest line in the world for, like, I know we had a music festival, but damn, every last vendor, somebody hungry, and then and the crowd wasn't super packed at that point. I guess everybody had
enough vendors.
But they're not. Yeah, I'm assuming there weren't enough vendors.
I don't think there were. Slutty Vegan sponsored this festival because they sponsored the whole stage because there were 4 stages. So you had a main stage, you had a kind of another big kind of main stage, and then you had 2 smaller stages, the Freedom and the Slutty Vegan stage. And so you got some decent acts that came to the Slutty Vegan stage, more indie artists. But like Slutty Vegan was all like they had like 3 and 4 trucks, and the lines were wrapped around them. Like, I mean, like you would have thought they were going to meet their favorite star. Is how people were waiting in line for this food. I was like, is it that damn good?
Well, apparently
I've never had any amount of food that was that good that I would.
That's what I'm saying.
Not
never.
One thing I can think of.
Like, I can't think of one thing. Not one thing.
Love
I would wait that long.
Vegan, so maybe they're willing to wait. That's
like you want the soybeans that bad?
Damn, I mean, that's like turkey leg cut. There'd be lines wrapped around the building for like 2+ hours.
I also would not
never have to send somebody. Would have to send somebody.
I mean, people want what they want, especially if it blows up. She's been blowing up everywhere. She's getting ready to open up like another, I think her second or third restaurant in New York. She has a few down in Atlanta. So the demand is there.
I mean, I'm here for it. I'm here for her taking it up. A corporate notch is great. Yeah. Like, definitely shout out to her. But damn, like, I was just hungry. And I needed some food, and it took 25 years. But if they get like, because I think it was their first year in this location, but if they were to like kind of streamline that process, it has potential to be like, I'm one of the best music festivals in America, because there was quite a bit of space. Like, I thought like we were on like 5 acres of land. Like, I felt like the stages were so far apart. Like, it was crazy. But there was a skating rink in the fucking festival.
That was what was crazy. Skating rink? Did you bring your skates?
No. Okay, so let me tell you about that. So I did not bring my skates, right? I rented some skates, but you didn't have to rent them. You could just get them. It was free. It was great. You could just, but the roll itself was kind of trash. So I mean, like, whatever. But if you had brought your skates, you would have had a free locker all day. Because, that's cool. But I didn't know this. I was just because I saw like a girl. She was like, I was like, hey, you didn't get those. How you bring your skates? She was like, I brought them because I assumed you could bring them, And then like I got a free locker all day. I was like, damn,
that's dope.
That's dope. Yeah, that's real dope. Damn. I never heard of a music festival where you bring your own skates.
I mean, honestly, that was some shit I wanted to see, but like it was a very small version of it. Like, I wanted to be more of a main stage thing. Like, I want this shit like in the middle of the main stage and people are just skating while we're enjoying the performance. Like, that's what I want to see. That's just me. But no, the Atlanta One Music Festival out of 5 stars, I'm gonna give it 4.3 stars.
4.3 out of 5?
4.3 out of 5.
All they gotta do is increase the vendors.
Ja Rule and Ashanti are up there for my close to number 1. I forgot that they were there, but that's what I'm saying. I forgot about it, so it couldn't have been that great. But like,
Ashanti puts on a good show though. But
no, they were fine. But like, and it was nostalgic, but low key, it was a little boring. Like, they weren't doing it. They weren't doing it.
Did you hear that Ashanti hopped on the Diddy Gotta Move On remix? And on that is basically where she was like going back at Irv Gotti for what he said. She was just saying like, it's given obsessed, it's given I was your best. And then she ended up saying he had like a small,
I think she may have done that there. Because the thing is that there was a whole part in the show. This is when it got real boring. She was like she was talking big shit about something. And everybody was like, what the hell are you talking about?
That's probably
some hits?
Oh, yeah.
And we were just over here like, we could go get something to eat around this time. And I felt like a lot of people left during this part. And then she finally brought it back up. And then I was like, girl, we don't need any of those songs. You have songs we like, just do them. Let's do the shit we like. There's no need to
talking her talk.
Like, there's no need to switch it up. She was over here talking big shit. You would have thought she was Farrakhan the way she was preaching. Like I just didn't know.
Did you see Rap Shit?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen it yet. No.
Ah, Tristan, damn.
You know, I wait till the end of the season. Are they all out?
It's been over.
Oh, it's done.
Whole season is done. Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? One of the last episodes when the girl got on stage and just started going off.
Shauna, and it got quiet. They was like,
that's how I imagine the Ashanti being like.
It wasn't that bad. I don't think it was that bad. No, there were people that were allegedly vibing with her. I just didn't. Okay. I was not one of those people. And I think most of the people that I was around were not one of those people either. But there were people that were allegedly like, yeah, talk your talk, sis. I was like, she could talk it later, but she got a podcast and shit. She could do some other stuff.
Silly, she don't.
She can talk it later.
Oh, man.
But yeah, I think everybody should go. If you haven't gone, it's great. As in the quote of my sister, damn, I have never seen this many Black people here in one spot together at one time. I was like, yes.
I think I went in 2016, if I remember, because that was the same year I went to Made in America, and that was the year Beyonce was at Made in America. So I feel like that was 2016 when I went to both.
Well, what was your experience back then? Because 2022, that was fair to Midland. So
it was cool. I enjoyed it. I can't remember all the acts that we saw. No, we saw Jadena, we saw Lauryn Hill. I really can't remember all the other ones.
Damn, she really did be getting around. Good Lord, she was back in 2016.
She got making money. But yeah, at the time it was good. It was, like you said, pretty like spread out as far as like how much space that they had and stuff like that. I can't remember if it was long lines for.
Was it at the park?
Or not? Yeah, I don't remember the name of it, but it was a good size. Like you weren't like all up on each other type of thing. And they did have a few different stages, like you said. So I remember having a good time. It was also with like the group of people that I was with and everything. But yeah, it was cool. I'd go again, maybe next year.
Oh,
the festival connoisseur, let me know.
I don't think I've ever been.
I mean, honestly, I think it depends on who's performing. Because I just feel like the festival's cool, but like some of the acts, they got to make sure the people are going to turn it up. Because then Lil Baby was the headliner of the second night. And sadly, we left right in the middle of his set because I was like, whatever. It's fine. We can go.
Yeah.
Lil Baby.
I'm not a crazy Lil Baby fan. Like I can't really tell you like all his songs. That's why I didn't care to go see their concert because I would have loved to see Chris again. I've seen Chris twice at this point. I would love to see Chris again, but I didn't care to see Lil Baby. So had he been touring with somebody else that I really wanted to see, then I would have went to that concert.
He was just talking. I felt like he was just giving a speech over his music. Like he would just play his music, and he was just no,
like feeling no little one.
Right, he got a little more hype than Ray Drake. Like Ray Drake didn't do much of anything. And I was like, nigga, you worked out for that long, and you didn't want to be hyped. Like I don't understand.
What was the reason?
Look, he said, I'm getting old, I'm tired.
Like he didn't even do shirt off. Like, brother, how you not gonna do shirt off? My shirt off. Man.
Look, he a married man. He a different.
All the hoes kept breathing, okay? The hoes kept breathing. All I know is
you know how like men sometimes when their wives are going through like the pregnancy pains, they have what they call sympathy pain. So maybe he's going through sympathy pains. He just wasn't feeling it that day.
Is his wife pregnant right now?
She's pregnant again. Yeah.
Well, that does explain it then. If that's what it is, no.
I'm just saying, I don't know, but maybe he could just not be feeling it that day. His body wasn't right because his wife wasn't right. Who knows?
Could be it. But last but not least, on the docket, we have the Amber Ruffin show. Now, I have no idea what this is. So, Tristan, you want to tell us what this is?
Amber Ruffin, Broadway legend. She has a late night show. Actually, I'm not exactly sure what time it comes on, but it's Black lady. We support her. Anyway, I took my sister.
Any relation to David Ruffin?
You know what? I always wonder that, and apparently not. Apparently not.
There can't be too many Ruffins.
You would think, but slavery was real. So keep that in mind.
True.
But
points were made.
Anyway, so we went to the show. It was a taping of the show, and it was a good time because like I was like when my sister came, I was like, well, I need to try to figure stuff that she can't really do, where she in St. Louis.
Right.
So I was like, we'll just go to the taping of something. And Amber, I was trying to go to low-key. I was trying to go to Seth Meyers or Jimmy Fallon, but it was like 2 weeks away. It just took a while to get to the tickets. So I was like, let's just go to Amber Ruffin, and it was a good time. She was funny. She did like a spoof of Columbus, and the guest was Billy Porter.
Oh, I like Billy.
Cool.
And he had like the craziest thing on. Like he had like a leather like tight jumpsuit, and then he had like on like some sparkly like heels, and then he had like real long sister locks. It was like George Clinton like mixed with like a Paris fashion show. Shit was crazy.
The fact that I got that visual, that's hilarious. I ain't gonna lie, sound kind of cute.
I mean, low key he was fierce. Oh, he was fierce.
I ain't gonna lie, sound kind of cute.
But
to that point, I randomly saw on TikTok the other day a clip of an old video from Billy Porter, like back in the early 90s. He redid someone's song. I forgot what it was called. I have to find it and send it to y'all. But Billy was giving like Johnny Gill back in the early 90s.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
He sounded good. He looked good. He had a woman in the video because of the times and stuff like that.
Now, you know what's funny? He talked about that. Like he talked
For
about
real?
that. He talked about
wow.
not specifically like that single, but like that time in his life when he was singing, because he was like, I had to give straight so much, and now he's like, now my queerness is my superpower. That's crazy, nigga. You sure you didn't see this interview?
I didn't. It's just crazy that was going viral on TikTok. So people were talking. I was like, I've never seen this video, so I was like, oh, I'm curious. I was like, Billy giving Johnny Gill. This was fun.
Yeah. He was talking just about that. That's funny.
I'll send it to y'all.
Yeah, but he was premiering a new movie. I think that he might have directed or something. He plays like a large part in the production of it. And and it was about apparently this young Catholic dude falls in love with this trans girl in high school or some shit, something like that. And then like it's some type of love story.
Oh, I've seen it. You're talking about the one that's on Prime. It came out a little while ago. I saw it. It was cute. It was cute.
Yes. But apparently it's getting decent reviews, and that was what he was there to promote. So yeah, and then Kadeem Hardison stopped by, and that was kind of cool.
Okay.
Well, it sounds like you had a very fun weekend with all these activities.
We did a lot, man. My sister came to visit, so I was trying to show her a good time.
Quick random question. I just had a quick question, Patricia. How do you get like tickets to these shows?
Oh, yeah, I go through that process with everybody. So let's take a look at the camera here. So
I got him started. My bad.
No, it's as simple as this. Basically, what you do is you just go online and you just type in see these shows, and like they take you to like one website. I think it might be iota or something like that.com. It's one website that they all go through, and then you just try to sign up for the tickets on the days they have available. Like tomorrow, I'm actually going to see Rachel Ray because I was trying to take Sydney there because Rachel Ray will feed you. So I was like, oh, we should go see Rachel. Yeah. But then, it just didn't happen. So I was trying to take Taylor, but she's not available. So I'll be fed by myself, I guess.
They're free?
Yeah, it's great. Mm-hmm.
Some
of them are free. Some of them you have to pay for, but most of them are free. Like the majority of them are free. Sometimes like for special events, you may have to reserve a spot or something like that. But no, the vast majority of them are free because they just want people in the audience.
Yeah.
They want them there.
I need to do that. I want to do that, and I want to go see a Broadway show. So next time I come to New York, I need to do both of those.
Broadway's good, but if you win the lottery, you can get a ticket for like $10 if you just want to like do that. But you have to enter the lottery that day, and you could win the lottery. That's how a lot of people end up seeing Hamilton. They win the lottery and they just go because normally Hamilton tickets are like upwards of $300.
Yeah.
So it just depends. But yeah, I've won the lottery for some Broadway shows and gone and seen some things. So that's the advantages of living in New York. You have to take advantage of the perks.
That's real.
Yeah, that sounds like a good time. But that is all I have for us today in recess.
Oh shit! Does that mean it's the end of the show?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, we've come to that part. That's crazy. It's so soon. But before we get out of here, there is one thing I need from everybody. Is everybody listening?
Mm-hmm.
You don't look like you're listening. Okay, there it is. I see the listening.
I have to put on my listening ears.
I see it.
I didn't have them in.
Go to YouTube and subscribe.
That part.
Subscribe on the gram, on the tweeting of the twits that Elon's not a part of, on the ticks of talks where we are. Go subscribe, check us out. And if you're missing out, I can't help you. All I can do is provide the information and provide a place for you to get it.
Yeah,
you don't get it, that's on you.
That's on you. If you don't get it, you ain't got it, and that's not good.
Ooh,
damn,
say that again.
Right there.
Oh my God.
If you don't get it, you ain't got it, and that's not good.
No, it ain't.
Off the dome.
Well, on that note, I've been Triss, man. We signing out. Shit.
It's your girl Les.
And Sean McDonald.
And even though the party may change, the vibe remains the same. We out, y'all.
Bye.